Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our weekly Imperial College Forum. The topic of today's forum is A-Level versus Foundation Program. My name is Kenny. I'm the Chairperson for Internship Committee Council, and I will be moderating today's forum. Beside me are two speakers of the day. Thank you for attending today's forum. Welcome. Parents and students, before we kickstart today's forum, let me introduce our two experienced speakers of the day. Okay. Sitting beside me, speaker number one, Mr. Vasan Varathan. Okay, he's currently is the head of Pre-University Program Center. He is a lecturer in various programs such as foundation, diploma, and degree program as well. In total, he has 15 years of lecturing experience. Prior to this, he has corporate experience about 10 years in banking industry. As for his qualification, his first degree is Bachelor of Information Technology from UNITEN. As for his second degree, he currently has a MBA from MMU Cyberjaya. Okay, that's Mr. Vasan credential. For second speaker, Mr. Arulkumar. He's an accounting lecturer in various disciplines such as foundation, diploma, and degree program as well. In total, he's same as Mr. Vasan. He has 15 years of lecturing experience. Prior to this, he has 2 years of corporate experience in audit firm. As for his qualification, his first degree is Bachelor of Accounting from UNITEN. Second degree is MBA from University of Derby, and currently he is doing his doctorate study. Mr. Kumar and Mr. Vasan, I noticed both of you share some similarity when it comes to education background. Both of you are from UNITEN.
Yes, both of us. University recognized. He was my senior, and we are the same university, but we support different football team. The team that I support, he doesn't support, and the team he support, I don't support.
But actually, to talk about this, that's just we don't want to make the session too rigid.
Yeah.
But both of us are very.
We are united for one team.
Definitely. Definitely. Okay. All right. So
yeah. Thank you. Students and parents, let's kickstart with the first question. Okay. I would like to invite first speaker to tell us more about what is A-Level program.
All right. Thanks a lot, everyone. Welcome to our forum today. Dear parents, students, as well as all the teachers out there. Secretary, thanks for inviting me and Mr. Arul for the studio for the session today. I'm here today. We'll be talking about A-levels. I'm representing A-levels, whereby Mr. Arul is on foundation. So if you can see, there's going to be a combat between A-levels and foundations. Okay, we are ready for that.
It won't be fighting up. It
will be
just to make sure the forum will go smoothly.
Now, to answer your question, Kenny, what is A-levels? Okay. To put it in a very simple term for everyone's understanding, it's a pre-U program whereby it's based in UK. Okay, in the UK education system. Okay. To make it even, to take it down to the roots, I would say A-levels is actually, you can to a certain extent equate it to STPM, Malaysian STPM level. So that's what we call A-levels. It's a pre-U program. It's a stepping stone for our university program. And A-levels, if you're going to look at it in a context, whatever which has been offered in Malaysia, there's two board of examination bodies actually offering A-levels. The first one, the famous one, I'll say, which is Cambridge A-levels, and the second one, which is Pearson Ericsson A-levels, which is what we are offering at Imperial International College. That's what we are actually offering, right? And that's quite a lot of difference. And also I would say similarities between this Cambridge and Ericsson program. But of course, I'm not going to talk much on that because our concentration for focus today is foundation or A-levels. Okay, so that's a bit of introduction about A-levels. So, Arul, would you like to bring it up on the foundation side of it?
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much, Kenny. Thank you so much, Mr. Vasan. All right, so I'm here to talk about the foundation. So, parents out there, students out there after SPM, something will be boggling your mind. What is foundation? Okay, guys, it's very simple. Foundation is similar program to what you see program matriculasi that's offered by the government. It's the same thing. Remember, after your SPM, some of you get good result in SPM, and you get offered to do matriculation to enter the public universities. Whereas the foundation program is offered in Imperial, all right, International College, all right, it is also similar, right? It's a program, it's an inbuilt program, right? It is done locally in our college so that it will create a pathway for you to do a university, a degree program later on. So foundation is to do a degree program. So you need to have foundation because that was a requirement to do certain degree program. Yeah. So it's like equivalent to program matriculasi, right? Yes, that's what I want to sum up on the word foundation program.
Just to add on a bit, but whether it's foundation or A, our path is towards the degree. So it's a stepping stone.
The ultimate aim is to get
the degree program. It's just that there are some similarity and some differences which we here to actually talk about along the way when we pick that up.
Okay,
right.
That will come to the second question. Okay, let's start with Mr. Vasan again.
Yeah.
In general, what are the differences between A level and foundation program? Let's compare. Let's compare in terms of the subject offer first.
Okay.
The subject offer.
Yeah, it's a good question. Because we're going to this could be informative session for the students as well as for the parents. Well, the question that you have asked me was the difference between A levels and foundation. As I said, luckily you have actually narrowed it down because concentrated into the subject first, because we are going to talk about generally there's a lot of differences. Okay, that's seriously quite significant differences. But let's talk about the subject first. Okay, to answer your question, A levels. As for A levels, it's a concentrated subject. It's a focused module of education, whereby we only offer 3 to 4 subjects. Concentrated, focus. Okay. It's like, for example, I would say mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology. These are the concentrated subject. Okay, but the length of the studies is going to be quite a long period of time. I think for 18 months equivalent. It's going to be 1.5 years and 18 months. But as I said, it's only between 3 to 4 subjects. The reason is we are preparing our students for a focused environment for global education. We are opening the door for global education, but it may not be the case for foundation.
Yeah, foundation is like this. It's a program that is designed as 2 pathways. In Imperial International College, we have 2 foundations: foundation in science and foundation in arts.
Okay.
Foundation in science will look at subject like, for example, you will have subjects like English 1, English 2, biology 1, biology 2, chemistry 1, chemistry 2. All right, and you have critical thinking. And this is for students who are inclined in science. They want to go into bio science, which is doing medicine or biotechnology, biomedicine, pharmaceutical. This kind will be suiting for them as subjects. But for students who want to take into technology, which is engineering, okay, or information technology or computer design, they will take, for example, they will take chemistry 1, chemistry 2, physics 1, physics 2, English 1, English 2. These are the subjects catered for them, right? Where else, if you're looking at foundation business, they will take the same subject. They will take accounting 1, accounting 2, economics 1, economics 2, English 1, English 2, maths 1, maths 2, and also critical thinking. These are subjects for them. So it's based on subject base. So the whole thing here is they're going to do in 3 semesters. 3 semesters is like this: 14 weeks, done, exam, finish. 14 weeks, done, exam, done. And 14 weeks, that's it. This all happens in 1 year. Once they have done, then they'll get a foundation certificate, allowing them to go on to further their studies into the degree program.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can safely make a small conclusion that foundation program, do offer more choices a subject for compared as opposed to A-level program.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to another item. Okay, that is teaching material. These are the questions that the parents they will ask. What kind of materials that the student will be learning? Mr. Vasan?
All right. Talking about A levels, the materials for A levels, we are still looking at the differences between the A levels and foundation, focusing on the materials. Okay. Now coming to answer the question, our materials, because it's a centralized body, A levels, EdExcel. I'm going to talk about EdExcel as what we are offering it here. Okay. So it's a centralized pre-U studies in UK, and they are actually giving us everything. They will provide us the content, the modules, the guidelines, lab guidelines, and everything is given by textbook. Everything is completely given to our lecturers. So as a lecturers, our lecturers are actually supposed to be in charge or take charge of navigating through the entire education process in class. So everything is given to us. We just have to be in line with what is their requirement, whatever they give. So we just follow their requirements as it is from NFs.
Oh, okay.
It's from foundation, you see, it's an inbuilt program. And at Imperial International College, this foundation that you're looking at has been here for 30 years. Right? The program that we are here is for 30 years. Okay. It was formerly known as HubCat, and before that was SIT, and before that was Sepang, International College. So this program has been for 30 years, right? And the way we do it here is, okay, the materials here is along the way, the 30 years has been designed by the lecturers. And the program has to follow, right? As I told you earlier, this program is an inbuilt program. It has to be accordance to the MQA. And the MQA means Malaysian Quality Agency, all right? So they are checking and balance on what we are providing. So they make sure that the material that we use, you have questioned us about material, whereas A levels is an international program and they have, okay, their resources are worldwide. Where our resources are, it's by the lecturers. The lecturers provide the material according to what has been mentioned in the course outcome, all right? And we make sure that they fulfill what is supposed to teach in that particular program or that particular subject. For example, in accounting 1, maybe all these things that they learned before this in SPM was in Bahasa Melayu, and that was in Principal Accountant. When moving now into, because later when they're going to do a degree, right, in accountancy, it's going to be in English. Either it's going to be ACCA, or they're going to do CPA Australia, or they're going to ICAEW, all these things are going to be English. But the foundation that we're going to build in Imperial College, it is going to be in English. So that is why the subject now, it's designed by the lecturer, all right, according to what has been approved by the MQA,
Malaysian Qualification Agency. Yes, correct.
So they make sure that our material is accordance to what's supposed to be delivered and what is the specification that need to be done in order to deliver all the subjects that I've mentioned. It could be physics, chemistry, bio, account, economics, critical thinking, English, and also maths.
Okay. Thank you to speaker on your clarification on the teaching material part. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are still on the differences between A level and foundation. Next item. This is the most common question posted by the student, potential student. They will ask, how's the exam format?
Okay.
Mr. Vasan, would like to speak us?
Okay, I'm quite sure. I think that the concern,
Yeah,
it's coming from students. Okay, I think Mr. Arul, you will agree also.
I will definitely.
We were there.
Yeah.
Before we are here. Okay, now we started. Okay, all of us, it's kind of the moment when they talk about exam, we get shocked. There was a like of allergy kind of thing, I would say. Some people are very much into it, but the majority, they are not really into examination. Okay, now, but coming to the concern, in terms of examination, how A levels are conducting? Okay, to make it simple, A levels is with 100% exam.
about 100%.
Full 100% exam. But of course, we have some practical experiments that need to be conducted. When you're talking about bio, we cannot be running away from practical. When you're talking about physics, chemistry, it's not possible for you to run away from experiments, lab experiments, practical. But then again, even for the lab experiment, the practical is being conducted in an examination mode. Okay, so that's 100% exam based, I will say. And since it's an exam conducted globally, okay, so there's lots of what you call this SOPs, okay, by the requirements and guideline by Alexa, because everyone will be sitting for the similar kind of papers globally. When you're talking about A-levels, yes. So that is one thing. Apart from that, the questions are coming from UK.
Oh, UK.
SL UK are the one who is actually in charge of the question, whereby for foundation, I suppose it's been designed by the lecturers.
Yes.
So our lecturers, we are, as I said earlier, we just have to teach the content, not to deliver any exam or even come out with any questions on even marking paper. The question is from Alexa, right after the examination, we will seal the question paper, send it over to UK. So we will, there will be a body over that, a governed body by a person Alexa, which will be marking the paper, and the result will be published to students later. So this is the standard SOPs which has been followed. And they are quite strict even to conduct the exam.
The way that we conduct.
How to conduct the exam, because they have actually hired local exam invigilators, which is not from the college.
Yeah.
They will come from their local agent in KL. Okay, they are, we call them exam inspectors. They will be coming in to check how we are conducting the exam. So these are the fine tunes that the students or the parents have to understand, that exam is fully UK based. It's governed by that. So this is the practice that we have on how the exam be conducted and sort of things.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Aru?
See, Kenny, you asked a question, the examination. So what I always tell you is examination, right, is the student's most important element.
Yeah.
And examination is the, what do you call that, a breakfast for the champions. Because when you examine a person, you know how well they have learned.
Yeah.
But now we're talking about the breakfast as an examination. What is the level of breakfast that you want to take? Right? Okay. So you want to take a nasi lemak, or you want to take a roti chana, you want to take a very much western. Okay. Their one is 100% protein, exam things. But we're looking at us, our program, the foundation, it's more flamboyant, more relaxed, more ease. Okay, where you're only going to sit for 50% for final exam for certain
The
subjects.
keyword is 50%.
50%, right? Half. So you're going to take a very relaxed balance, which means that your final exam is going to be 50%. But where is another 50% is going to come from? Your another 50% is going to be an assessment through coursework. For example, you're going to have quizzes, right? Maybe in week 2, your lecturer says, okay, we have done with the subject. I'm going to give you a pop quiz. That carry marks. You're looking at biology, physics, chemistry. You're doing a lab report in the lab. And that report is going to contribute mark for you that you're going to carry forward. You're going to have midterm 1, you're going to have midterm 2, you're going to have presentation, and all of these things will accumulate to 50, and your final exam is 50. So you have a balanced kind of a thing for foundation program, right? In terms of examination at Imperial International College, you're going to have a 50% coursework, right, and a 50% final exam. So not like that. They are more tense, they are more stressed because it's going to be till the end. But for us, it's like running a marathon, because you're running along the way, you're being assessed. They are 100-meter run. You need to perform in that 1 hour. All right. If you don't perform, then that's it. For us, it's all right. It's a long way for you to run. It's the whole 14 weeks.
See, I think, Kenny, I want to interrupt that a bit. Okay, I totally agree that it's what you call that. You start and then we don't have anything in between. Straight away for the final exam. Just like question is, Mr. Azul, since you have so much saying that it's a coursework, you have quizzes, you have assignments in build. Don't you think we are putting such a pressure every now and then continuously to the students until for them to have the coursework? I mean, if you ask me, I'd rather go through in a peace mode. I don't need to think about my midterm. There is no midterm. There is no assignment I need to do. There is no pop-up quiz which I'm going to think that, oh my God, I'm not prepared. There's no such thing. It's very clearly stated. When even before you come to my class, we are telling to our parents and students, we are saying A-level exam. After you finish the exam. So I will say, I think some of the students, I'll say maybe some students are very much exam based. Some probably will agree to you saying that I want to take a relaxed environment. Okay. But to maybe we can agree to certain thing. I will say that maybe book smart versus street smart. I'll say. Okay. Someone who is very much about books, who are very confident that they can actually do exams. They should go into this kind of environment. Rather than someone who is a very street smart. They want to go and do everything along the way. And another thing that I want to highlight, since you have actually spoken about that, is for us, we are everything, A-levels, I would say everything of something. You learn everything of biology. You learn everything of chemistry. Of course, not everything as in everything. for O-level standard. Yeah, so we are going deep about the subject. But over that side, foundation,
We are a jack of all trades.
yes. So I think you are
You must have
something
done.
of everything. You are
Everything.
something of everything, whereby we are everything of something. Yeah, of course.
So I put ourselves foundation program as a jack of all trade and master of none. You don't be very much into that. You learn what you're required. It's like a license before you enter into your degree program.
Oh,
But
okay.
anyway,
It's a balance pressure rather than, as I told you, it's a
balance pressure. That's how I'm putting it.
yeah, it's a balance pressure. You balance it out.
No, I'm putting it as saying that there is no pressure. It's just that one, I'm only taking the pressure once,
Once.
not continuously.
Yeah.
That's what I will say.
As I told you, it's running a marathon and running 100 meter. Because we are assessed every week we are assessed.
I suppose there's pros and cons on each side of it.
Yeah, but based on my observation of two of your speaker body language, I feel that personally, like Mr. Anu is much more relaxed compared to
Besides the program, more relaxed.
Okay, so I'm being more rigid.
Yeah.
I think, I suppose it's because I'm talking about A-level,
A-level.
that's concentrated, that is exam, that I need to really be focused.
Yeah.
And my target students are those who are already have some very clear paths, what they want to do. So that's the reason probably that is, it's shown in my body language, I suppose.
Okay, let me, ladies and gentlemen, let me make a small conclusion. A-level, the nature of the examination basically is 100%.
Yeah.
Okay, as for foundation, it's 50-50. 50% assessment, 50% of the final exam. Okay, two speakers. Before we go to the next item, shall we answer the question
Yeah, sure.
posted by our audience?
Yeah.
Let me read out the question. Why have technical matriculation under MOE, and what is the difference with the normal one?
See, technical matriculation, MOE, English of education. They technical and matriculation is to build them, for example, like polytechnic and all these things. Right. The difference, the normal one here is it's called the Asasi program. The Asasi program, like okay, maybe you're doing in accounting, all right, in Perniagaan, but you're not certain you're going to get ijazah perakaunan in any universities. You will be in faculty Perniagaan, you might get economy, you might get Perniagaan, you might get pengurusan perniagaan dunia, this kind of mechanism. So that is what we are talking about, normal one. But technical ones are more into, I would say that we are looking at into polytechnic. They're very technical with that manner.
Mr. Vasan, would you like to add on?
I think that's very much clearly explained by Arun. So I totally agree with him on that, the technical matriculation side of it.
Thank you for Mr. Aro answering our audience question. Let's move on to the second question posted by our audience.
Yeah.
If I'm interested in engineering, do I need to take biology? Is it compulsory?
Okay, that's a good
I
question.
think both sides you can answer.
Okay, right. Because of course, foundation can answer, and of course from A-level. But I'm giving a general answer here. I'm not talking about A-levels or foundation. Let's talk about general. Okay. Now, if you are planning to do engineering, okay, usually, yeah, Malaysian education system gives us an option after our Form 3. That means you go into pure science or you go into technical science. So that means those who are planning to do engineering,
Okay.
beginning at their higher secondary level, Form 4 itself, they already decided, I want to drop my biology because I don't want to take anything relevant to my career path is not going to be relevant, any relevant necessary to biology. So I'll be focusing on technical subjects. Lukisan Kunjurutra, there's so many even technical schools, pure science, but they are into technical school. They are taking bio.
Yeah.
So meaning to say, they are already decided in the Form 5 itself. But I am not closing the gap. What I'm telling is, even if you take bio Form 5, you can still come into engineering program for foundation or even A-level. But if you're planning to do engineering, usually they don't go into bio because it's not giving, I would say, it's not carry weights into bio. Engineering will be very much into physics, chemistry, further mathematics. These are the subjects that we will be offering. So bio is a drop.
See, the part that highlighted in the question was the word compulsory. So it's not compulsory. You can take it if you want to. Right? There's nothing wrong in learning.
But generally, people don't take it.
Yeah.
So ultimately,
your program is designed in such a way.
Yeah.
You're going to be a technical student. There will not be biology in that.
So ultimately, it's still up to the student. But
Yeah, I mean-
the answer the question, it is not compulsory.
Yeah.
So you can imagine I'm going to do an engineering. I'm going to be in computer science. I'm going to do a computer science background kind of a degree. Why do I need biology?
Yeah.
I will need physics because you're going to do programming. You are going to do maths. You need C++ and all this thing. That all linked to maths and physics.
Mm.
All right. But the compulsory subject will be the chemistry then.
You
Either
see,
whatever pathway you take, compulsory will be the chemistry.
yeah, chemistry will be the compulsory. It's either physics or the bio or maths. Further maths will come in. Now, you see, even in high school, you are given a chance to take. Either you go into science stream or art stream. If you're planning to do something relevant to business, you go into art stream. If you want to do something relevant to economics or accounting, you go into art stream. But we are not telling science stream student cannot do accounting. I'm just saying it's just the pathway which was created. So foundation, they are actually creating a pathway towards one particular program. Same with A levels. It's just that A levels, here I'm coming back to our discussion here. A levels is concentrated. I'm actually opening the door globally for the students to go expand wherever you want to go.
Whereas foundation is like we want you to come here and do a program with us at Imperium College. And we want to channel you back to the degree program in our university or in your selected university, which approve our foundation program, which is you must bear in mind that Imperium College's foundation program is recognized. And when you come and pay us a visit, we can show you which are the collaborating universities that approve our foundation.
Yes.
So rather than you spending so much of money and doing foundation, which I felt that you must be, all right, penny. So I don't want you to be penny wise and pound foolish, right? So you need to spend well so that you know that later on when you go into this particular university, later on they recognize us. Your dream. So you spend the amount of money to do a foundation so that they approve us later on at your desired degree. So when you come and talk to our marketing personnel, right, in Imperium, they will tell you, okay, for you, if you have done our foundation, is it applicable for you to enter this university? Yes. Then you also can do your own homework. You can take and check with them to the university that you want to do your degree, right? If I come with the Imperium's foundation, do you
endorsed?
Endorsed.
Yeah.
But if you're going to go with exams, no university is going to say no to you.
Yeah.
All right.
But just to tap on that, heading on. See, A levels, you can, as I say, I'm opening the global door for you to go expand globally. But taking into talking on that point, I'm not closing the door locally.
Yeah.
Meaning
That's
to
right.
say, yeah, I can do A levels, I can go global,
Mhm.
or I can do even with our Imperium International degree program. Nothing is stopping us.
Mm.
So that we are giving, I would say, a backup plan, a plan B.
Well, what I observe is basically in terms of is provide greater facility.
Yeah. Options available.
Okay. Thank you to speaker for answering our audience question. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any additional question, please leave your comment please leave your question at our video comment box. Okay, let's move on to the next item. That is one last difference between A level and foundation. That is in terms of the syllabus.
Okay, in terms of syllabus.
Mm.
Okay, to make it simple, A levels, we are actually offering between 4 to 6 subjects. Sorry, 4 to 5 subjects. And for A levels, you see, we have inbuilt 2 levels in A levels. As I said at the beginning, A levels is something like Form 6. Form 6 got 2 levels, right?
Okay, yeah.
Lower 6 and upper
Yeah,
6.
correct.
Same thing. We have something similar.
Mm.
Okay, that's why I'm saying, if you think about A levels, just think about Form 6. Easy. Okay. Now, what do you mean by lower 6 here? So we have AS level, which 3 subjects will be offered. Okay, 3 unit. I would not say it's 3 subjects. 3 unit is offered, whereby you have Unit 1 and Unit 2 as theoretical, and Unit 3 is the practical of whatever you have learned in Unit 1 and Unit 2. Are you guys?
Yeah.
So I suppose I'm making it very clear to the audience and the parents. When you have Unit 1 and Unit 2 as a theoretical subject, Unit 3 is the practical of what you learn in Unit 1 and 2. But that is also exam based. Okay. And then once you are done with AS, you go to A2, which is Form 6, upper 6, I'm saying. A2. A2 you have unit 4 and 5, which is theoretical again, and there will be exam. After that, unit 6, which is practical, which is also exam based on whatever that you have learned in 4 and 5.
Oh.
So you have 4 theoretical, unit 1 and 2, AS, unit 3 and 4, A2, unit 3 as practical, and unit 6 as practical. Maybe I think if you are further concerned on A levels, you can always walk in. We will be because if I'm going to explain this in detail, it's going to take a lot of time. So
That's
you can always, students or parents, if you have any question, you can always post to us. You can email it to us. I think Kenny and team will be able to actually assist, and from the center side, we will be able to assist as well.
For us, for foundation, you're talking about, it's basically it's 3 semesters, right? You're going to do it in 1 year. So students want to complete this thing in 1 year, then foundation is your pathway. Because we're talking about 14 weeks, you do 4 subjects. In 14 weeks, you cover 4 subjects, which is, you're looking at science, you do either physics or bio, you do chemistry, you do maths, and you do 1 English subject. So 4 subjects. And the same thing goes in the second round. You do maybe biology 2 or chemistry 2, you do maths 2, you do English 2, and you do 1 critical thinking subject. All right. Okay. Then in the 3rd semester, then you have some relaxed mode to go there. Maybe you have 3 subjects there. If you're looking at art stream, your subject would be accounting 1, economy 1, English 1, maths 1. Done. Then the 2nd semester, you're going to be accounting 2, economics 2, English 2. Then you're going to have maybe you're going to have another critical subjects there, and maybe IT there. And in the 3rd semester, so it's semester based. Then in 1 year, you complete the thing. Then in another, maybe if your degree intake is in January, then you can go into your January intake, or you can wait a few months and you can go for your maybe your March intake or your September intake. So normally degree has 3 intakes normally. You see, there's a January intake, there will be maybe a March or April intake, and maybe a September intake. So foundation subjects can be done in a year, right? That comprise of the subjects that I've told you earlier.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Arul, for your clarification. We have covered basically the differences between A level and foundation. Let's look at another new question posted by our audience. The question is, would foundation limit my choice of tertiary institution? Is A level more diverse? What's your view?
Okay, so let me tell you, like this. Definitely, the limit is going to be there. All right? Maybe jokes apart, you can't use Imperium's foundation for an Oxford level of entry. You need A level. If you're getting a 4-star from A level, then Oxford or Yale, all right, they would have looked into that result, right? So definitely the limitation is going to be there. As I told you, it has to be approved by the universities that recognize our foundation program. And we have numbers of universities that offers our which recognize our foundation in science and also foundation in arts. So limitation is going to be there, right?
So it looks like Mr. Arul is agreeing to A levels is better in terms of pathway. But again, of course, I don't want students or even parents or even teachers to have one perception saying that A levels is better. Now, I'm not saying that. What I'm telling is, ask yourself, look at the student.
Go back to the student.
Look at the student's capacity, look at the student's result. Some students are meant to be, they can actually sit and memorize the entire book, and they can actually come and write everything. They are born like that. That's their capabilities. So they should go into exam based. But some students, they are good in a presentation skill. They are good in talking. So they should come into module based. So that's why
in foundation program, English one subject itself, right, which is catered in foundation at Imperium, builds you on writing skills, builds you on your grammatical issue, right, whatever that you have learned, really emphasize on that, because you need writing skills. You need to know how to write, because in later on when you do your degree, it's all going to be write-ups, right? You're going to write thesis, you're going to write dissertation, you're going to do assignment, right? It's all based on write-ups. And mind you, that in English 2, you're going to do presentation skills. At Imperium College, our English 2 is based on, it's called presentation skills, all right? It's public speaking. So when you're doing a program, a module-based program, which is offered also by our university, which is, we are linked to Anglia Ruskin University based in UK. So there is 100% assignment and also on an assignment based kind of a thing. You need to present in front of lecturers. You need to present in front of a panel of team. They're looking into your results. All right. So you need to have this. And in period, we really cater and build you this. Our lecturers here are trained to train the students. All right. To do presentation, to do writings, and to think critically. Right. Because you need to have this analytical thinking in order to argue maybe in your assignment. So that's what I think that's where we stand out a bit in terms of designing students to cater for the
Degree
programs.
programs, the respective degree programs.
So okay, we have covered the question today. Is we talking about differences between A-level foundation, in terms of subject offer, teaching material, examination, and the syllabus itself.
Okay.
Now, let me ask two of you, the speaker. Simple question, Mr. Vasan. Why A-level?
Why A-level?
Yeah,
Okay.
why A-level?
Very
Why
simple.
not foundation?
Why not foundation? I don't want to talk about foundation. I'll talk about A-level. Why A-level? Global recognition. First thing. Okay, it's a pre-U. It's a globally recognized. I'm giving you the entrance to so many other countries.
Just like international passport.
Yeah, it's an international passport. Exactly. Okay, you're taking international flight to go into any other countries for your what do you call it? Your higher levels.
Okay.
Degree programs and sort of things. So that is one. The second thing is, most important thing is the wide range of resources which is available. Okay, what I mean by wide range of resources. You see, A-levels is a very famous program which has been going on for a long period of time. Okay, and when I say wide range of resources available, just by click of button in internet, you can get all the past year paper readily available. So I have all the past year papers question. If the students can actually go and work on the past year paper, I'm quite sure your result is very much assured. Okay. But not only that, not only past year. What's the point of me looking into past year whereby I don't know what's the answer? I have the entire marking scheme available in the internet. So person at Excel is giving all this information available, readily available. So you have your question ready. You have your marking scheme ready. Okay, you have moderators, comments, everything. You just name it. So this information is very important for the students. This is the advantage. This is why I'm saying A-levels is good because everything is readily available.
That's the beauty of doing A-level program.
Exactly. That's what I said. But probably that's not the case for foundation, Mr. Arul. I need clarification from you. Tell me now.
So Mr. Vasan has hit me like 2 times with his performance. So let me really give him another feedback. Foundation. Why would you choose a foundation program? So you must understand this. Number one is the design of the student, right? If you ask me, right, coming from the background, and Mr. Vasan, I'm not a purely exam-based kind of student. Right? If you want me, I'm a person. I can do presentation. All right, I can do group work. I can do assignment. Or that's me.
Public speaking.
So the design of the student itself. The student is designed to do exam. The design of him is he can study, he can deliver it, the exam. That's fine. That's A-level. But foundation is not like that. Foundation in arts and science, you have to be good all the way. As I told you, it's running a marathon along the way. From the first week itself, you have been tested. Right? After your lecturer, a lecture might tell you a pop quiz, there might be an assignment. Because remember this, Kenny, later on when you're doing your degree, it is going to be something like this. If you're going to choose the same kind of a design, you're going to do Angela Ruskin University, or you're going to do some program that is similar, or in-house build degree programs, it has to be like that. You have assignment. It's not purely 100% exam. So I don't want you to have a culture shock doing a program that's okay, which suddenly you go there, it's going to be coursework. You can have a shock where, oh my goodness, I've never done a coursework. I've only been trained to do exam. So coursework means you have to do presentation. So this foundation program designed for you to that. So ask yourself, look at the mirror, right? Our parents know you can judge your kids, right? Are there a student who can really, right, study hard and go and exam, and then you belong to that gang, all right? You belong to that cluster. Remember now the
better cluster.
Oh yes, it's kind of a cluster. We are focusing on, all right, along the way. So like this, before you enter your final exam, you already have some points in your hand. You're already winning. It's like already won a 50%. You already have 50% marks with you. And entering to the final exam, you just need to have another few marks for you to excel, get an A, or go further. Whereas there you're starting with 0-0. Sorry to talk about football kind of base. You're going for an A-level exam 0-0. Right here, you already at some point, maybe you'd have out of 50 marks, you got 40 marks. So to get an A, you just need to work another 40. Don't need 100. Okay, that's number one. Number two is the duration. All right, duration. And a foundation program can be completed in 1 year. And you saw a lot of students that wasted their time, lockdown, MCO period. So time is very much running out now.
Precious.
Maybe you're not, yeah, precious. You've not got your place in your, maybe in your public university or matriculation, or maybe you don't want to do in STPM. All right. So you thought, okay, let me do a foundation, right? Which is, I would say that, okay, it's just 1 year, 14 weeks, 1 semester. Take a break, another 14 weeks. Take a break, another 14 weeks. Done these 3 semesters, you get a foundation certificate, which allows you, which gives you a license, which gives you an age, which gives you a starting block to go to your degree program. So, and the third one, right, is definitely, right, is the cost.
Yeah.
So which that one we will talk about.
Yeah, later we will cover
Yeah.
it. Okay, let's cover the question posted by our audience again. That's number one. Does doing foundation in Imperial International College affect training program in overseas?
Okay. Okay, let me come back to you. Training program in overseas. Yeah. Okay. Again, for the parents who have asked this question, if you want to do a tuning program in right, you have to come and check with us. Is our foundation is recognized by that university? So you have to make a call, or we can make a call for you, or whatever communication to tell you that, okay, well, we allow Imperial International College, all right, at this point. So there will be a cutoff for this. So we have to affiliate, we have to ask them, all right? The parents have to counter check with us.
What is the university?
What are the university name?
Yeah.
Okay. For example, this university maybe it's in UK, and come back to us.
Maybe I would like to top up on whatever Mr. Arun is saying. Although I'm coming from A levels, but one thing, parents, please try to understand why I'm talking a bit on foundation is because A levels and foundation is under the same center, which is center of pre-U within Imperial International College. So the question is, does foundation in IIC affect training program in overseas? Now let me give you an example which is happening right now.
Okay.
We have ARU degree program. ARU degree program is a 3+0 program. Our foundation student, neither our A-level student can go to ARU degree program. But if let's say you don't want to, if you are done with 1 year with ARU locally over here, and suddenly you feel like, okay, you know what, I want to get a global exposure, you can always continue in ARU UK straight away. So there's no issues with that. But of course, if you're going to say that certain particular university, I really want to go to this university, then it's a case by case.
Yeah, it's a case by case.
Yeah. So I think the best thing is parents and the student.
Can you just stop up? If Anglia Ruskin University, one of the universities that is recognized in UK, do recognize it as a collaboration which approves our foundation. So I think yes, definitely.
Yeah, the issue at all.
Unless okay, maybe the parents have the mindset to send their kids to America, which is not the right thing to do at this point of time. Right? To do an American degree program, you no need foundation. You need foundation. It's a 4+0. You straight can do after your Form 5. To do an American degree program, all right, you just need to do an ADTP, American Degree Transfer Program, or you do a 4+0 American degree program.
Okay, thank you to speaker. Now, next question, especially for Mr. Vasan.
Specifically,
Yes.
time for
You know, this is a very challenging question.
challenging question. Bring it on.
Okay,
Ready.
ladies and gentlemen, let me read out the question. It is commonly asked by students and parents. Okay, the question is like this. Public had this perception that A-level program is hard. What's your view?
A-level program is hard.
Hard, difficult.
So people are saying A-level program is hard. Okay. To be frank with everyone, I know Mr. Arul is ready for my answer. I'm not going to say anything beyond whatever the accepted tolerance. I will agree. Yes, it is hard, but there is a dot, dot, dot. I need to continue this. Okay, please do understand that. Agreed. I agree that it's hard to be compared to foundation because it's an inbuilt and mine is global recognition. Okay, you're trying to try not to compare the local league with a foreign football league when you're talking. But come on, let's be frank about it. Okay, now let me explain a bit. Okay, I totally agree with that. That foundation seems to be easier than A levels, but A levels, as I said earlier, there is A levels Cambridge versus A levels Edexcel, and we are providing Edexcel, A levels Edexcel. So I need to explain what is the difference and why we are telling that, why we are selling Edexcel. Okay, now let me explain a bit on that. Okay, this is somewhere someone said something which was, it actually caught my attention. So it's quite impressive. They say Cambridge program easy to pass but hard to score, whereas for Edexcel it's harder to pass but easy to score.
Oh,
It's the other way around. So now I'm trying. Maybe some of you already get confused what I'm trying to say. Let me explain this in detail. Why I say harder to score. Edexcel harder to score. Now let's see. I'm giving you an example. Okay, I have an objective question. Okay, one of the subject is like economic subject. We have an objective question. Now, if I'm giving an objective question, what is the options?
It's either A, B, C, or D.
Yeah, A, B, C, or D. Probably some examination board will give 5 options: A, B, C, D, A, and E. But we have 4 options: A, B, C, and D. But no matter what you choose, you still need to justify your answer. Meaning to say it's harder. If the student is weak, they are not supposed to do this. Okay. If I don't know the question, if I'm going into any other program, I don't know the question, I have objective question, I can shoot any of the answer. Chances is 25% to get it. But here, even if you should get it right, you need to justify. So you're not 25%. You are still having some issues of getting the marks. That's why I say weaker student is harder to pass. But on the other hand, why I say Edexcel easy to score is because they have a very nice concept which is not been accepted by Cambridge. One thing is, if the subject, if let's say one subject you scored C in your first attempt, and then you want to revisit the subject, resit the paper, and you score B, or maybe I'll say C and C to, initially you got C, now you got D. Quite bad, unfortunately. Okay, Edexcel will choose the best. They will go for C. But Cambridge, on the other hand, they will choose the latest result. So you are actually spoiling the result. So that's why I say it's easier to score when you know the mechanics, how to do it. Do not worry about that. Please get back to lecturers, get back to us. We will be able to feed you all this information, the mechanics inbuilt to take you to that point. So that is one of the 2 ways of getting it, getting the answer right. Okay, so it's again I say for Edexcel, I will always say study smart. It's always better than study hard. Okay, so maybe that's my explanation for to the accusation which was given to me, saying that Edexcel, A levels is tough.
Okay. Yeah, if you say foundation is easy, I will not even say yes. If a student is not a studying type, he doesn't work hard, doesn't do his assignment, then it's going to be hard for him, right? No, the word hard or difficult, it again depends on the student itself. If for me, hard is because I'm not prepared enough. So if I'm prepared for my presentation, I'm prepared for my assignment, I don't go for group discussion. If a student is that kind of a building, so I don't think so he's able to do that.
So
okay.
it's up to the student.
And remember this, I'm telling you, the questions are going to be hard also for foundation questions. Only the level that you're going to carry, it's only 50%. It's only 50%. The question could be equivalent to A levels questions. The lecturer could tap in questions from A level and put in the final exam for a foundation program. But again, it's not 100%, it's just 50%. You already got a 50% in your hand, another 50% in your final. So together that is your result. Well, that it's totally 100%.
Okay, thank you for our 2 speakers on the clarification on the A-level program. Okay, there's a audience posted one question, new question again. Let us together answer. I will read out the question. Does English in your foundation include IL or MUET preparation? Hence easy to further study in degree level and some degree program. The requirement must have at least IL or MUET.
Okay, right. So again, answering to these questions, okay. Our Imperial International College Foundation, okay, we do not have IELTS and MUET preparation in the program. But please mind it, the English 1 and English 2 is already preparing you enough. But Imperial College, all right, we also got a language center. That center does cater for preparation for IELTS and MUET, because we have students from internationals coming and doing program here. All right. So if they do not meet the IELTS qualification, so they have to sit the IELTS exam here in Malaysia, but we will train them, because we have students from China who use Imperial College as a transit before they go to Europe, because they do their diploma or ACCA, they do it here before they go. So Imperial has become a platform to train students, but we don't conduct exam here. Maybe they have to do it at the providing centers. But we are moving towards to be an IELTS center.
Okay. Mr. Vasan, do you want to add on anything?
Yeah, no, fine. That's the answer is exactly what I suppose it's already been covered. I think we can move on.
Thank you to speaker. Now we almost come to the end. Let's cover another last two questions. Money issue. Pan will ask this about their finance.
Sting.
Yeah, for state. How much do A-level cost?
Okay. A levels, that is a range. Okay, the cost of A levels, it is approximately between 15,000 to 30,000. Okay,
That's the range.
Yeah, that's the range that you can find in Malaysia. Most of the places are giving between 15 to 30,000. But in Imperial College, we are actually Imperial International College. We are offering Excel A level for 18,000 ringgit ratio. 18,000.
So I need to tell you one thing.
Yes, I know where is he coming. Sure, but please, yeah, go ahead.
Yes, but A levels costing, it can be fixed.
Yeah,
It is totally dependent on the pound sterling's value.
correct.
If pound sterling value goes up, that's it. The cost of A level also goes up.
Okay, now just to add on that, because the 18K that I was talking is actually what you call this, the tuition fees. Okay, without the what you call this, the examination fees. But examination fees are totally agreed that it have to be fluctuating with the forex value and sort of things. So 18K that I mentioned here is not included the external exam fees. Okay, so for further details, you can always come to us. I think the marketing team or any of us would be able to assist you further on this.
Whereas if you look at foundation program, the costing is at the range of the foundation business is slightly cheaper. The range of around 12 to 14,000 in that range. Whereas foundation in science will range from 13 to 15,000. And why science is expensive is because you have into the context where because we have to pay for the lab fee, and because you're going to use a lot of equipment and materials.
Yes, exactly.
When you're doing an experiment, you're going to use chemical, you're going to use certain level of things in the lab. That's slightly going to cost you a bit more. So the range is around, I would say, from 11,000 to 15,000. This is the range. But in order to know more, because we are linked to Anglia Ruskin University's degree program.
So it comes as a package.
As a package. So we have IT program as a degree, as computer science. We have bachelor in accounting, finance, and in the marketing side. And we also have engineering. So if you're going to link back to this degree program, because you know the pathway, I'm going to be an engineer, all right? So then it will be a different process. And Anglia Ruskin University has come with a package of 2 weeks visit to Cambridge.
Wow. I believe it's very cost effective.
Yes, yeah. So it's an inbuilt.
It will help parents to save some money.
Definitely.
Correct. Okay. Thank you to speaker. Now we come to the last question already. Okay. Okay. This last question is 90% based on my own experience. I used to counsel students. Just imagine today I'm a student. Coming with SPM result.
Okay.
I come to see both. Okay, what is your advice? Let's say I want to do a computer science degree. Should I go for A level, which is a much more concentrated subject, or foundation program?
Okay, let me take it up first.
Mm.
Okay, very very simple thing to answer that. First of all, look at the results. The result will project whether the student should be able to pick up A levels or not.
Let's say I have 5 A's.
Yeah, so that yes, why not? We are talking about A's.
Uh.
We are not talking about credits. We are talking about A's. I suppose you can.
Okay.
I don't want to push a student into something which they can't even swim out. It's not a river. It's an ocean. Okay, so to try to understand, parents do not push. Look at the students' credibility. Look at the capacity of the students. Look at the results. That's one thing. The second thing is make sure the pathway is very clear. For A levels, I would say. For example, I want to go to UK to do my degree. And this particular university, I want to do my degree. So if that's the case, you need to know what is the requirement in that university, A levels. What is the requirement? So requirement, this particular subject, you need to have a minimum of B. Make sure you come and adapt to their requirements so that it will be an easy flow for them. So it's quite important for students and parents to understand this. But for foundation, I suppose, it will be much more relaxed as what Mr. Arun was saying.
So how do I explain to you this? It's like this. What motorbike you want to ride? Do you want to ride a super bike or do you want to ride a normal bike? A super bike needs a B full license.
Okay.
A normal bike needs a B2 license. So if you decide, I'm not putting down any bike, it's bike. Bike is just to commute you from A to B.
Yeah.
So that is your degree. You want a super bike, that could be a degree from overseas. I'm not putting down any Malaysian university. So just a comparison. So I need a B2 license. So I just need to work for that only.
Yeah.
So for me, B2 license is the foundation. I just need a B2 license to ride a motorbike. So I need this license to ride this motorbike. So foundation is I'm going to do a degree locally. I just need this license is good enough. Or if I want to ride this bike, maybe, all right, then you need a B full license. All right. So foundation program is like this. Ask the student, what kind of design are you? You are a person who can speak very well. You are very outspoken in the class. You love to do assignment. You love to do presentation. Okay, that's number one. Then you should to be in foundation program. Number two, how fast you want to do it. Foundation only is in 1 year because time is running out. You know your degree. You want to do it fast. Need 1 year. Third is for the parent is the cost. So this is 13 to 15,000. You've done it. And remember, this foundation is just a pathway. It's just a pathway for you to do your degree. You can't get a job with a foundation degree, a foundation certificate. Same with A level. Right? So do not spend on this. Do not overspend on this. Do not overspend on this. But just make sure that you get the license for you to do your degree. All right. Yeah.
Okay. During our discussion, I noticed both speaker from time to time you keep on mentioning about AIU program. Although our today topic main focus is about A level and foundation program, can you both of you share with our audience what's so special about our?
Okay, I think the very quick one. ARU is our degree program. It's a 3+0 degree program, which you can actually do it in-house with your foundation or even A levels. You can actually do it in-house. But if you want to do it over there, after 1 year, you want to pick it up to UK and so on, you want to proceed over there, you can always do it there. But let me tell you important information about the ARU. It's about the information, the question is coming from them, the assignment is from them, the content is from them. We lecturers over here delivering the subject. But of course, we are marking the paper, but it will be sent over. It will be moderated in UK. So we are keeping a very good quality assurance when it comes to ARU.
I think he has summed it up for me. Mr. Singh.
Okay.
It's a license.
Before we wrap it up today forum session, before I do the closing, any of you would like to add more points?
We've done.
I'm done. I suppose we have given enough information we have.
I think the best is to pay us a visit at Imperial.
Correct.
Right.
Because it's a case by case analysis. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much, two speakers, for sharing very useful information with our audience and students and parents. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of today's forum. Okay. Thank you for attending our forum today. I hope our forum do provide you all the useful information when you want whether we consider in choosing A-level and foundation program. So if any of you would like to find out more about our pre-university program, for example, like A-level or foundation program, please communicate with us via Facebook, or if you feel like talking to our education counselor, please call us at 03-2788-2000. Okay, stay tuned with our Imperial International College weekly forum again. Once again, thank you for watching.
Thanks. All right. Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay,
All right. Good.
so thank you first.
All right, thank you.